It's hard to believe that 14 years ago we arrived here in the Diocese of Exeter from Nottingham, having been in the home counties, to start my curacy in Columpton. And I learnt two very valuable lessons from my time there, which I've carried with me through my work in this diocese. And the first was on the very first Sunday when we were due to start the service at 11 o'clock, and I was looking nervously around, expecting to start as the clock chimed at 11. And my training incumbent looked over his shoulder and said, "Not yet, Anna, they're not all here. Give them a couple of minutes." So we waited, and sure enough, a couple of minutes later, the church was full. People had arrived, and then we started. And he looked at me and he said, "Anna, you've got to understand there's time and there's Devon time." So that was the first lesson that I learnt. The second lesson I learnt was a little later that day when a church warden placed into my hands a bunch of church keys, the first bunch of keys I was ever given for a church. And he said, "What you've got to understand, Anna, is we've all got uzzers around here." And I said, "Uzzers? What do you mean?" And with a big smile, he said, "Uzzers always done it like this, and uzzers always will." Learning to slow down and take the local culture seriously are two valuable lessons that I've carried with me over the last 14 years in this lovely county of Devon, through my time working as school chaplain at Stover School in Newton Abbot, and then working as the parish priest of Willand, a lovely village in the Calne Valley, and that growing into becoming the mission community leader of the Calne Valley. And then a few years later being called to be the diocesan missioner, which was a fabulous job, working right across the county with parishes, helping them to grow the church and to serve the local community with joy. And then here in Exeter Cathedral, in this beautiful place where for the last 3 years I've served full-time as the Canon Chancellor, looking after education and outreach. Fruitful ministry comes not by doing to, but sharing with communities. And we're so grateful for each one of those communities that I've just shared about, for what they've taught us about life in mission and ministry here in Devon. We are hugely thankful for all that we've learnt, and Devon will always occupy a very, very special place in our hearts. And as we journey on to serve in London, in a parish in Streatham, I wonder whether they're going to have uzzers and what that might look like. But I'll have to wait and see. We do hope to come back to Devon one day. We love it. It has a very special place in our hearts. And we shall be praying for you all in the Diocese of Exeter as we move on.